fans, College Game Day is back in Eugene for another year, and Duck fans have been camped out all night to prove that they're the most dedicated fans in the country. They've been lined up all throughout campus, and in this line, I've seen things from pumpkin carvings to poker games and even Santa Claus. But forget Christmas morning, this is College Game Day. One run could have changed the game. Instead, it was one call. Oregon Baseball's Anson Arrows was ejected from Game 1 of the Eugene Regional, and fans are saying that the decision is probably one of the worst calls in baseball history. Just like that, Oregon lost its spark and maybe their chance in the regional. Well, folks, it's not every weekend that the Wild West rolls into Eugene, but this one, we've got 8 seconds of chaos, courage, and a whole lot of cowboy hats as PBR has returned to Eugene for another year. It's halftime here at Cardinale Stadium where Monterey Bay FC is taking on FC Tulsa, the #1 team in the Western Conference. Now, FC Tulsa is currently leading Monterey Bay 1-0, and Monterey Bay just can't seem to get their chances in the net. At the end of halftime, they will have one more half to try and not only tie, but take the lead. Dan, back to you in the studio. Here at Salinas Regional Soccer Complex, Monterey Bay FC fans are trading the stands for the field. The Rising Tide's weekly pickup games are bringing out some of the best of local soccer players, as well as a little bit of friendly competition. The Indiana Hoosiers made a statement at Autzen Stadium, shutting down one of the Big Ten's most dynamic teams and young quarterbacks, handing Oregon a little dose of reality on College Game Day weekend in Eugene. New Year's Day here in Pasadena, California, and not only did the new year bring an end to 2024, but an end to the Oregon Ducks' undefeated winning streak and chance in the playoffs. Tonight, the Ohio State Buckeyes defeated the Oregon Ducks 41-21 in the Rose Bowl. Roses are red, violets are blue, Oregon baseball is back, and Grayson Grinzel is too. On a Valentine's Day home opener, the Oregon baseball team defeated the Toledo Rockets 5-2, where Grayson Grinzel delivered a great game on the mound. Welcome back to This Week in Oregon Baseball, the place where you can find all things Ducks, dingers, and dugout drama. Now on to football news. The Niners have put the first week of training camp in the books, and now the red and gold have today off. The Niners got to throw the pads on in the last 2 sessions of the week. With that, we got to see a little action from rookies, and already there are a few standouts. Injury is also in the air this week as Jawan Jennings is dealing with a calf injury instead of a new contract. In Game 2 of their series against the Atlanta Braves and showed them a completely different team than what showed up on the field yesterday. Would you look at that smile on Trey Lance's face? He helps the Chargers win this preseason game. And Gold's longest and most physical day of training camp. Here's trade deadline today. The Giants sending outfielder Mike Yastrzemski to the Royals. Getting a first glimpse of some rookies and some new players on these new teams. Now, I can't talk about this game without talking about this play. Mike Yastrzemski makes quite the run from center. He's at the wall, hops like who needs a wall? And he catches the foul ball for the out. We're in extra innings. Henry Davis gives this one right to Ryan Walker. Turns 2, unsuccessful. Davis is out at first as O'Neal Cruz comes in for the Pirates' 2-1 lead over the Giants. Here's where Washington starts to lock in and go for the comeback. Brittany Sykes to Shakira Austin. She's at the rim, hits the layup for 2. The Mystics still in this game, and by the 4th quarter, Emily Anxler was just left open and the team's tied at 69. Then a jumper from Alyssa Thomas puts the Valkyries back behind. About 10 seconds left in the game, Janelle Salon from downtown hits the 3, taking the Valkyries back behind. Some games carry more than just bragging rights, and for Oregon senior Bryce Betcher, this year's Civil War matchup was the perfect mix of performance, pressure, and hometown pride. Growing up in Eugene, Betcher didn't just watch this rivalry, he lived it. And in his final Civil War as a Duck, he gave fans one more reason to cheer. In today's game, Betcher had 10 tackles, contributing to Oregon's 41-7 win over Oregon State, doing so with a little bit of craziness and attitude, according to his teammates.
Bryce Betcher?
Yeah.
That man crazy. But he's the leader of our defense, man. Like, everyone should strive to be like Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce is crazy, man. He's just the guy that you want to be your Mike linebacker. I mean, his communication is amazing. He flies around every day at practice. He was a walk-on at first. He doesn't take none of this for granted. This week was very special for him, and he makes sure every day, I felt his energy. Of course, he's just a great guy at heart, and we love him to death. We call him Mr. Eugene.
Yeah, this was a special one. Leading up to the game, it was ultimate preparation. And then, I was definitely on one today, if you ask any of my teammates. And obviously I played hard, and it was a good team win.
Though this may be Betcher's last time facing the Beavers, it certainly won't be his last time on the football field, as Betcher and the team is flipping the switch for their next game against Penn State next Saturday. Reporting from Autzen Stadium with Duck TV Sports, I'm Ashley Davidson.